Hi, I am Sara Spaziani. I am a fourth-year PhD student in economics at Brown University, and today I want to talk about my project, Can Gender Quotas Break the Glass Ceiling? Evidence from Italian municipal elections. In 2021, women represented only 17% of the mayors in the member countries of the European Union, which caused attention on the severe and persistent condition of female underrepresentation among political leaders. What I found particularly puzzling when I started working on this project a couple of years ago is that gender quota systems for promoting female representation in municipal governments are widespread in the region, and this is why I started asking myself whether these systems were expected or not to promote the election of female mayors. Given the availability of data on all the elected politicians in municipal governments and the adoption of 3 gender quota policies governing municipal elections, I decided to study this topic in the context of Italy. Similar to how it works in many other European countries, the Italian quotas reserve for women a certain share of the open posts in the electoral lists of councillor candidates and in municipal government's executive bodies. For example, one policy requires that each gender represents at least 33% of the councillor candidates in lists for municipal elections. And so, female representation in these bodies to which the quotas are applied will mechanically increase up to the mandated level. Importantly, the quotas do not directly target the mayoral position, meaning that it is not a direct effect of these systems to promote the election of female mayors. Still, multiple studies claim that gender quotas can do much more than the bare minimum. For example, they may change the way in which political groups select their candidate politicians. They may reduce the scope for the discriminatory practices perpetrated by political elites. They may break gender stereotypes or change cultural norms around the role of women in society, or they may create a critical mass of female politicians able to influence key appointments in governments. So for all these reasons, and possibly many more, gender quota systems may increase female representation in municipal governments beyond the minimum legal level and boost the probability that a woman will be elected as mayor. And so it is essential, when studying the effectiveness of gender quota systems, to distinguish between the mechanical effects, which are generated by compliance with the law, and any additional impacts, which, following the literature, I call acceleration effects. I find evidence that gender quotas generated an unprecedented and otherwise inconceivable increase in female representation in municipal governments. And by analyzing the specific requirements of each quota system, I find that such increase exceeded the legal minimum, suggested that gender quotas generated acceleration effects on top of mechanical effects, and precisely acceleration effects contributed between 25 and 44% of the overall effect. However, such increasing female representation was concentrated in the less powerful government offices, and there is no evidence of effects on the mayoral position. Additionally, I find no evidence that the quotas increased female mayoral candidacies or electoral support for female mayoral candidates. My results indicate that gender quotas applied to lists of councillor candidates or municipal government's executive bodies may not alone increase the probability that a woman will be elected as mayor. So policymakers that are interested in rapidly increasing their share of female mayors should consider gender quota systems directly targeting top government offices.